Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Hello, my friends. Today I have I think this is a great project. It's something new that I have not done before, and this is for all of my Diva Delights and Happy Mail. So my journal that I am making today is really large. You guys know in Junk Journal Divas, I send out a lot of happy mail and I receive a lot of happy mail. So, and I have everything on a big board in my studio. And once it gets full, I have to take it all down and put it somewhere. So I make these books to put the stuff in. Well, the smaller stuff. If it's larger items, I have baskets that they go in. So this is 6 inches across, and this spine is 4 inches. So I have so many little like tags and little envelope projects and things like that. So everything that goes into this, it's not just like a journal that has pages. It's a whole bunch of stuff that has to go into it somehow. So I had this journal that I got, oh my goodness, a long time ago from Rachel Barton, and I want to show you the inside of this. So the inside, we've got these 2 accordion things that pull out, and they also flip to the other side. And then here we have this large accordion folder. Now, for the purpose of mine, I'm not going to decorate because my stuff that I have is going to be going on to the pages. And also I won't have these folders in here. I am just going to put some, some projects down in here. But this is what the middle of the center of my journal is going to look like, basically. So I am first going to show you how I did what I did with this box. As you can see, it was a big gingerbread box. And if you don't want to see that, if you don't need to watch that part, you can skip to the next part, which is going to be where we construct the inside pieces. So there are timestamps in my video, so you can either watch next doing this out of the cardboard box or skip to the inside construction. You guys, I have just been working on this cute little journal, and I had 2 videos I started editing, and then I came in my room and I'm looking around and I'm like, I cannot get something else out because right now a Christmas bomb has exploded in my craft room, in my dining room, in my bedroom. So I thought I need to make a really quick and easy journal to put all of my holiday Diva Delights and Happy Mail, all my stuff. I want to put it all together into a journal. It's going to be quick and easy, and I'm going to make it with this gingerbread house kit box. My hubby just brought these home, 2 of these home from work for our girls. We've got the twin girls so they can put them together. And it's a really nice, super heavy box, and so I think this is going to be great. So I grabbed this piece of paper. I just wanted to see the approximate size, and it's pretty perfect. So I'm thinking that what I will do, if I cut the sides off, the top and the bottom sides, and then I can put the 2 large panels back to back, and I can use the top and bottom panels to kind of cover this part up because this is yucky looking. And then I'm just going to leave it as is. That's what we're going to do. So let's start by cutting off this top and bottom. So I'm going to have to open up the box. Okay, so I opened up my box and I am going to cut the top part and the bottom part off, but I'm leaving the side pieces, the small side pieces, because once I add in my spine, I'm going to need that length. And because this is so thick, I'm going to use my scoreboard to score this so that it folds easier. And then I was thinking for the other panel, I can make little pockets on the side, so I can make this a little bit shorter. So I'm just cutting a little bit of this off to make some pockets on the inside covers. And I'm just using these pieces, like I said, to cover those very edges because it looks yucky. So I want to cover that up. So we'll do this, and this is, you guys, this is a really thick box. So this is quite sturdy. Now next, I also want to add a little extra support to my spine. So I'm using this piece of, it's really thick. It's like upholstery fabric. So I'm going to use my Mod Podge. This is my favorite fabric glue, you guys, Mod Podge fabric glue. I love it. It's really tacky. It dries pretty quickly, and it doesn't have that really gooey gel texture like the Fabri-Tac has. So I just really prefer this. So I'm just going to lay this down, and then I can add those side panels. Now, when I started doing this part, I didn't know exactly what I was going to be making. I thought it was just going to be a regular type of journal. But then I changed my mind and showed you what I showed you in the beginning of the video. So I'm putting pockets on the front and the back cover, but I'm actually not going to be using the pocket on the back. But that's okay because this still adds, you know, some structure to make it really nice and sturdy. So I'm just gluing these down, and then I am going to go through my sewing machine, and this did go through my sewing machine. I just had to go, you know, kind of slow and steady. So this is what I have after going through my sewing machine. And then lastly, I don't want to do a lot to decorate this, but since this is all for my Diva Delights, I just wanted to put divas. So I was playing around with stamping some letters, and I was just going to do that and keep it simple. And I thought of cutting out some circles to put the letters on, but these were pretty big. So I decided instead to just stamp the letters, and I used some embossing powder. So I'm using red ink, as you can see here, and then after I stamp it, I'm just putting my embossing powder on, doing all my letters, and then I can heat set it with my heat gun. I love this part of embossing powder. You guys know if you watch my videos. So I'm just very simple. I'm just cutting these out, and I back them with some black cardstock just to make them pop a little bit. So I'm ready to add these onto my cover. Okay guys, so for the inside, you're going to need some cardstock and a scoreboard if you have one. If not, you can always measure and score with your scissors or, you know, something that you have. I actually just got a scoreboard not too long ago. I can't believe it took so long to get one. So it's going to look like this. Now, I didn't want to spend too much time decorating, but I just got this in Happy Mail, so I took a piece of this wrapping paper to cover the front. But we also need to make a closure for this. So I've got the bottom of this. This is 1 inch, and you can, you know, obviously decide what size you want yours to be. In this one, I think I'm going to make it slightly bigger. I think I'll make it 1.5 inches. So I'm going to have a side, the bottom part, a side, and then I'm going to add on an additional closure piece that is going to come up and wrap around. And then I'll do like a policy closure or something like that. Let's do 5 inches. And then I'm going to want my, this would be 1/2 inch. This would be 1.5 inches for my spine, like the bottom part. And you guys, so that you can see everything well enough, I am going to go ahead and quickly ink up all of the edges here so you can see it better. So now we've got our 5 inches. I've got my 1.5 inch spine, so to speak. And then I've got this side here is 4.5 inches. So new sheet of paper. And I am starting at 1/2 inch. Okay, so this is where it's going to attach. And then I need room for the top part that goes across. So at the bottom, it's 1.5 inches, and you know, they're always bigger at the top. So I'm gonna do 2 inches up here. I'm doing this because I know I'm going to stuff it with a lot of things, okay? So this isn't going to be a normal one. If it's going to be normal, you might want to make them the same size. All right, and then we just need however much we want to wrap around to the bottom, and I'm not going to cut it yet. So I'm just going to start here. Okay, so this is what we have now. So let's go ahead and attach these. So I'm going to take this is the 5 inches, my spine, and then the shorter one. So I'm just going to attach this little bit right here. You guys, I did not even realize what I did. I messed up here, and if you caught it, let me know. But if I am gluing this down, I'm not actually adding that 1/2 inch length to the left side. So my left side is still going to be 1/2 inch shorter than the right side. So even though this is going to be a very wonky pocket, it's okay. But as long as you caught that and you can make sure that your sides are correct. Okay, so now we've got this part, and then it's going to come up, it's going to wrap around, and then I need my closure. So let's cut this off maybe about there. I am going to go ahead and round my corners. And if you're doing this in a journal or something, you want to do a decorative edge here that will look nice. Okay, next up, we need to make the little accordion pieces that holds it together here. So I'm going to take one piece of paper, cut it in half. Actually, let me score it first. So I am going to score this 1/2 inch the whole way down. Okay, so now I've got that scored, and before I fold it, I'm going to cut this in half this way. Okay, so I cut it in half and half again. So I've got like 2 quarter pieces here that are already scored. And then I can go ahead and do all of my folds. And I'm folding back and forth, back and forth. And now I want to cut just one of those little strips off because at the very ends, they need to be facing the same direction. So I'm just going to cut one strip off of each one of these sides that I've made. And that way, both of my ends are facing the same direction, and then it makes it easier when you're gluing onto your project. So now I'm going to take one of these, and this is going to fold up this way. So I'm just going to start on one of the sides here, and we're going to glue this down. So I have it so that it's going this way. At the end, it's pointing inward. And I want to make sure that this is right at the edge. So let me pick this up, and I'm going to use my fingers here. And go on the inside. Okay. So I've got the one side done. Let's do the other side. So I've got it, the bottom one facing in, and same thing, I'm just going to put this down, making sure that it is to the edge. Now before I close this up, I want to do my policy closure. So I'm going to do the 2 circles with the thing that comes up to wrap around. Now to find the center, I am just going to do a really light squeeze there. I'm going to punch out some circles. And I'm just gluing 2 together so that it's a little sturdier. Then I'm going to poke a hole in the middle. Ooh, kind of impressed. I didn't measure anything, guys. I'm going to put these on top just to be kind of decorative. Okay, so I'm going to put a brad through one of these. So it looks like this. And then we're going to go ahead and put it through. Okay, so there we go. maybe like approximately there. And I do not have a wide mouth, whatever it's called, those punches, so I'm just gonna have to poke a hole. So let's go ahead and poke this in. Since you're not gonna see this, I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape on there. Just a little extra support. It won't get caught on anything. Okay, so this part is a little bit trickier. You just got to take your time and make sure things are lined up. And when it looks like it's lined up okay at the bottom, I'm just kind of pinching and squeezing along there. And I'm just going to reach on the inside and press down. Okay, so that's what we have. And now I can go ahead and do the other side. Press and go up and down here, just pressing, pinching it, I guess. And then just kind of rub over that inside part. Okay, so there we go. Now, we just need a string. I'm going to start at the bottom one, and I have to bend this up a little. I'm just going to tie this in a knot. Clip this extra off. I'm just going to bend this slightly just so I can kind of get my string around it. And just wrap it around there twice. Clip some of this off. There we go, guys. So this is going to be one of our inserts. I'm going to put this aside for now. I'm going to do 4 3/4. Now this is up to you guys, whatever you want the size of your pages to be. Let me see, I'm going to use my ball thing. It's a little bit better. Again, I'm going to ink this up really quick so you can see. Okay, so we've got our page. So we need to take this little piece and we need to attach to it. I'm going to fold this because I want to make sure this is not going over my fold part. And I want to make sure it's straight. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to press down. Okay, so we're going up, down. So we want to go back up, and then it's going to go down to the center part. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to do this again, and then we're going to take the other one, and they're going to both attach here at this center. So I've got my one page here that I'm going to attach. Then I just need a little portion that I can glue the pieces together. So this doesn't really matter much. I'm just going to do an inch, and that's where I'm going to cut. Okay, I can put my scoreboard away now. Okay, so now I just want to glue these two together. Now I've got one on this side, and I'm going to take this one. I'm going to glue these two pieces together, and then I'll have it on this side. And I mean, you could make this as many pages here as you want. Okay guys, so I have I put a closure on here, and I just wanted to show you. I just made it's kind of like a belly band, and I enclosed the tie inside of it, and then I did some sewing or glue or whatever just right here, so that create a belly band, although this is too wide to go down in there. But you get the idea. And then it can come up around and tie. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our inserts into our journal. Okay, so when I first was doing this, I thought I was just going to do pages, so I made 2 pockets here, and on this side I went ahead and I just sewed it up because this is where we're going to glue our big envelope thing here. So I'm going to do this last. First, I want to go ahead and glue the other insert. So just to make this easy for now while I'm working with this, I'm going to take 2 paper clips, and we're just going to clip these pages together so they don't keep flopping around. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down here. Now I'm just kind of eyeballing everything. This is going to sit kind of flush up against the back because it's going to glue to the back. Okay, so I do need a little bit of space for this. So just to give an idea, let me just mark lightly. You can see, like, this is where when it comes up, that's where it's going to go to without anything in it. And then remember at the top, it's probably, I made some room for it to get a little bulky. So with that, considering that, and then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and I'm going to glue this spine part down in what I think to be the center of the edge here and this. I just got my bottle out of my art glitter glue, which I always talk about, but I never just have the bottle because I always have my precision top bottles. Okay. And I know you guys, I'm always using my fingers. Can you just imagine me as a kid? My poor mom. Okay, so we've got this nice and glued up. And I'm gonna see what I can come up with here. So if I put it down to look at the sides, and I do want to make sure I don't glue my pages down, huh? I'm gonna take these off now because I want to be able to open this up, press my spine down. Then let's look at this side. Okay guys, so we've got this side, this is good. And now I want to glue down my pocket thing. Now the thing is, this is really a slippery surface. Now you could use gesso. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do. I'm just gonna take a little bit of sandpaper and kind of get some of this off because I know that it will stick better. Do you like my sanding block, by the way? Make these flat, clip those out of the way. Now this has a piece of packing tape, but it doesn't serve any purpose here. I thought that I was going to maybe do a closure, like a string come up and around. I just didn't want to pull the tape off because I'm afraid it will, you know, pull apart my cardstock. So I'm going to go right to the very edges here. And I'm just going to go ahead and sit this down on here. And let's open this up and just press down everywhere. Okay, so if you can see on the one side, I just put whatever I could find to just hold that down a little bit. And now it's going to do the same thing on the other side here. Okay guys, so let's take a look at what we have here. So I put a couple of things inside just quickly so that you can get a kind of an idea of what this is going to look like. So here on the side you can see our box and then our accordion pages. This back part is a belly band, and you guys I was sewing this box envelope thing in, and look what I did. I sewed the closure, but it's okay. I just cut it, so I'm using half of it. Oh, but these are the things, I mean, this is just for my personal use, so I don't mind this stuff at all because it makes me laugh. And when I see this, I'm gonna laugh again, you know, when I get this out and look later. So let's see, and then I put this dangle, this little tassel here. If you have not done tassels before, this will be coming up soon. I'm gonna make some more with some really great sari fabric. And this is a sneak peek at one that I was kind of working on, just playing with ideas. And this is all sari silk. So that is one of the tassels that I made. And just put an eyelet here for it to dangle. And then of course on the front I have my divas written. So let's see, let's open her up and take a look here. Okay, so we open her up. Now I do have a pocket here that I haven't used, but just to give you an idea of some of the pages here, what I decided to do, let me start in the middle here. So this is the middle, and I was thinking, you know, a lot of the things are small, like these two tags. So what I did was I've made just a little hinge. Now, not for all of them, but for some of them, that is what I did. Like this one I glued down because there was nothing really on the back. But I did this so I could see this full thing, the full picture. And then on this side, so the name of the artist is on all of them. So that's what I decided to do. Now, if you want to make a project like this, please let me know if you come up with any ideas of how to put all of this stuff together in a book. What I love to do is, if I'm not feeling very creative or I kind of hit a slump or something, I will grab my books that are like this and just kind of go through them, and I always find inspiration. So, and not only that, but it just makes my heart smile seeing all of the artwork that is from my Diva sisters. Okay, so I did that, and then like here's another page. This one flips up. This is from Susie. This one flips up from Hazel. And then this one, this is, I know that this is from Susie, but put it on the back here. This is a tin type. I haven't tried to do these yet, and I'm going to, but I told Susie I'm gonna have to wait because I know it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna take a while. So I could open up this whole page like this if I wanted, and then of course it flips to the other side, which I haven't done yet. And the same goes for this side. I didn't do anything on the other side, but the same thing here. You can flip it, you know, side to side. So overall, I really love this idea as a way to store my Diva Delight mail. Oh, and then of course in here, I put a little jingle here. And I just put I grabbed just quickly all of the stuff that I saw that was kind of fall holiday. And so I just grabbed a few more things and I put them in here just because I wanted it to be full, so just to kind of get an idea of what it would be like. I can close that back up. There we go. So there you go, guys. I hope you like it, and once I finish getting it all filled, I will be back with a flip through of it. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know what your ideas are.